Okay, and welcome back to a Let's Play of Star Wars Rebellion. Last time we were together, I had just started laying the foundations for our eventual takeover and conquest of this galaxy by peace, truth, and justice. Of course, the Rebellion, we're good guys. We don't do anything through utter military domination. That would just be, well, uncharacteristic. Um, we were looking around. We found a few new planets to colonize and get started up, and Bespin is going to be uh, one of our major manufacturing centers. We also started up building a shipbuilding facility here. We're going to have 5 shipyards there, and once that gets going, we're going to be able to crank out some decent capital ships, I hope. Up here we have some speculative areas where we have some. I'm going to put some major training. I'm going to put a decent amount of training facilities, construction yards. Going to try to amass a fairly significant political and economic force in this area. Going to try to beat the Empire to it. As of yet, we have a lot of the galaxy left unexplored, and this is only a medium-sized galaxy. Let me remind you, we could have picked a huge galaxy, and there'd be star systems sprayed about in a Jawa-like fashion all over the galaxy. But let us move on. There's a few areas that we really need to focus on, and that is first going to be Gorman. We need to get this place uh, secured. We also need to focus on getting. Uh, I won't try to pretend to pronounce all these names. This place up here in the corner, Exequin. I look if you could post a comment that would help me pronounce the names of these places. Please do so. We got an advanced training facility working to go to Vagran, and with that, we should have some pretty uh, secure setup allow us to expand and control their areas. So let's go ahead and move forward. Let's just see what happens, and hopefully we don't suffer too great a fate. As you heard, we just suffered an immediate message from maintenance that needs our attention, and they have come to, well, you know what? Yeah, they have no choice, but we should be okay. That planet is very well secured. Tanab, they have come looking for me at Tanab. You know what? This this isn't a bad place. Let's do this. I'm going to take command of this one. That was peculiar. That may happen every time we enter into a battle, but I'm willing to deal with that if you guys are. I'm not exactly a computer genius. Here is the combat interface screen. This is pretty much the most action you're going to see in this epic game. What you see here, you see obviously the Rebellion fleet. We are in a three-dimensional space. You can operate within this three-dimensional space. Over here on the right-hand side, you see the controls. Arrows controlling the camera movement. As such, zoom in, zoom out. We're going to go ahead and zoom out. We can see the planet in the background. Now, I want you to try to step into a 1996, 1997 mindset. Okay? South Park's just starting on television. Like I said, the prequels are just rumors. You believe that they might actually be something decent to watch. You have hope. This game offers hope that the future of computer gaming is going to bring us three-dimensional combat in a space environment that allows us to have unique and unbridled control of our forces. Unfortunately, what we got was Star Wars Empire at War, and that is my critique upon that. So let's go ahead and start this battle. Over here you have basic commands. We unpause the battle. The battle starts pause. We have our battle cruiser. We have its shield strength, its weapon strength, its tractor beam strength. It's our engine strength, and its hyper space engine status. Once again, unpause the battle. We have our Corvette, and we have our fighters. We're going to go ahead and take our fighters, and we can give them specific commands, such as loop around this way. Okay, great. Or you can just tell it to attack the nearest capital ship. The Imperial forces just decided to retreat. Of course they did. They were staring down the Johnny West tray. I wouldn't stand up to this either. But I'll assure you, this was really nothing. There are genuine combat scenes to witness, and we'll actually have some interesting battles to play out here as soon as we can actually have some fleets that can face one another. So, but with that being said, we finally gave the Empire its first defeat. We handed it to them. They ran away scared, and now, and now they take Yavin without. Okay, well that's gonna have an impact on the game. Wasn't really expecting that to happen. And here we're just going to retreat. We have no chance against those forces at Yavin. So let's go ahead and slow things down. That's Yavin they're taking out. Okay. Whenever your planet is bombarded or attacked, and you have a character on mission there, you're going to want to reset them. Like I said before, they're employees of a. God, how do I put this politically correct? I'm just gonna let this one go. You guys fill in the blank. You say whatever company you want. They don't do their jobs unless they're told to do all the time. It's pretty funny. So let's take a look at Yavin. Yeah, they likely will be able to control this planet, and that's gonna suck. I mean, we saw that saw that coming. Whenever you are in orbit of a planet, whether you're the Empire or the Rebellion, you can bombard that planet. You can choose to bombard their civilian or their military facilities, and that's basically the trick to ground combat. You bombard the planet from orbit, you destroy their forces, and then even one ground combat unit can then take the planet. However, in that saying that, there is a if you do not have enough ground combat units to control a planet that is popular with your enemy, there may be an uprising and a disruption of trade and production on that planet, and you may even lose that planet nonetheless. So there is some calculations involved here. So when I look at Yavin, I see they have one stormtrooper unit. They may spend some time bombarding this, but even if they did take the planet, it's going to go into uprising. So they're better off going away or coming back with larger numbers of troops to defend my planet, take the planet. So, Luke has been captured. That sucks. There, however, is a way to find him. Luke Skywalker is on Sullust. We go find him. He's on Sullust. What do? Well, we've got to get Luke Skywalker back. That is a must. How do we do this? We come over here to the troop. Excuse me, just 1 second, guys. We come over here and we build some infiltrators. Infiltrators are a special type of. Yes, C3PO, thank you. Special type of unit that can go on abduction and rescue missions. We're going to go ahead and we're going to call in our big boys for this one. You gotta have. No, cancel that. We're just moving you. We need, when Luke's in trouble, Han and Chewbacca come to save him. And guys, with that, I'm going to have to bring this video to a close. I'll be back here soon to tell you how this works out. Does Han Solo and Chewbacca, do they save Luke Skywalker? What happens to Yavin? Is it completely destroyed and wiped out? Not yet. There is still hope. So with that, I will see you guys soon, and thanks for watching a Let's Play of Star Wars Rebellion with Johnny West.